funny how what you've got on outside can change how you feel inside.
Sorry, are you implying that your insides feel like a cat now? Ladies, gentlemen, and monsters of all ages, it's one of those glorious and wondrous times of the year where we have a brand new festival in Monster Hunter Wilds. New fun themed aesthetics for the Gathering Hub, new event quests, a bunch of new unique stuff to do and collect, and so with all the new things going on in the game, it's easy to get overwhelmed or even just get tunnel visioned on the one big new thing like Arch-Tempered New Udra and miss out on some of the other cool stuff going on too. So today we're going to go over everything new that you can do or get during the Dreamspell Festival event, which is active for the next couple of weeks. First up then, the Grand Hub itself. When you first load into the game during the festival, you will have this fun cutscene play showing you around all the temporary decorations that are going on in the hub, and, well, everything is beautiful. Wait, no, that's not quite right. Everything is blue, and everything is beautiful. Blue flower petals all over the place to sort of get the dreamlike feel for the namesake of the Dreamspell Festival. Big, overly fancy lanterns in the middle of the hub, tons of creepy and fun outfits for the palicos and the hub workers respectively, and it all just looks quite gorgeous. Honestly, it's very thematic, and I love the way that it looks. And just to mention it, when you first load into the game during the festival, you also unlock the new free pumpkin head gesture, which puts a jack-o'-lantern on your head, and you can start stumbling around with a special walking animation. I love just how silly this is. Aside from the decorations themselves, we've also got the festival-specific feast meal that you can eat in the hub, the Dreamspell meal. This gets delivered by the creepy festive marionette felines, and it's a fun little flower-shaped parfait type dealio on the left, a full stand of confectionaries in the middle, and some tea to go along with it as well. And my first thought is, I think you're going to need more liquids because that is a lot of doughy, dry, bready products on various kinds of plates in the middle and just one tiny little pot of tea to go with it. But as a whole, it is lovely. As for the meal skills on this one has Insurance, which is always good, Medic Meal, which essentially is the equivalent of one rank of the Recovery Up skill, so increased healing potency, which is great at having a dedicated source meal for right now, and then Break Time Meal, which is a minor attack increase after using the Sit gesture for a short duration. So overall, a pretty decent set of food skills. You pay for this with the Dreamspell voucher, which you can get one of from your daily login bonus every day during the event, and you can get a little bit more from the limited bounties as well, which do update daily during the festival period too. Moving on, we've got some new outfits for both of our handler options. Alma gets this cute witchy fashion set, and I absolutely adore the hat on this one especially. Honestly though, the set as a whole is just really, really good. Then Eric gets to be a little cat boy thing. Okay, look, I don't know what he is exactly. I don't really get what it's referencing, but it is also very, very cool. And honestly, I'm somewhat upset that we don't get to have either of these outfits ourselves as the player. These outfits will be available for free for the duration of the festival itself, but if you want to access them permanently, you will have to buy them as DLC. On a similar note, everyone gets a new free Sacred Decoration outfit for the festival too. This is the Living Puppet Sacred Cosmetic, and it is hilarious. It looks like it's genuinely made of plush. It's like a Muppet with a little button eyes on it and everything. It's just great. Unlike the handler outfits though, you can keep this one forever, but there is also a paid variation of it as a microtransaction, and this is what that looks like in game. Essentially, you get a dark pouch with a skull on the side, and you get these silly little bulbous eyes coming out of the head instead of the buttons. Those are the main differences. Past that, we've also got a unique version of barrel bowling as an activity during the festival, along with unique barrels to go along with it. The previous festival had barrel bombs that were spherical, they were beach balls, and honestly I love the way that they did that and how it changed the physics of it all because they rolled like balls. This time around, barrel bombs are full on like living flames that bounce around in weird directions before they explode. Like, it's got really low gravity on it as well, and if I was impressed by how different the ball-shaped barrel bomb physics were for the last festival, I mean, this time, they clearly put a fair bit of thought and effort into the barrels, and I always love the effort that Monster Hunter developers put into the tinier things that most players don't really care about, because that is what breathes life into this game. This isn't a monster, it isn't an armor set, it's not a weapon, and outside of a limited amount of them that people have left over at the end of the event, these barrel bombs won't really exist that much outside of this 2-week period, and yet the devs are willing to put this much time and effort into them, and I love that. As well, at least for the duration of this specific bowling layout, it is super easy to get the maximum reward tier. You just want to grab a barrel, walk up to the middle like this, position yourself in line with the gap in the floorboards here, just slightly left of center, look up a bit towards the first target, and then throw. This will pretty much always slot the bomb right into that center hole, which will always hit both of the big targets and a bunch of the little ones, which will get you 500 points every time it does this, even in just the first throw. So if you have a load of vouchers, now is definitely the time to go through them and do this tactic. Past that, as per usual, the diva sings songs at night, and she gets a a new one with every festival, with her new song now being a classic and important song from Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Then we have a bit of extra camp gear given for free as well. Specifically, this spooky scarecrow is large camp gear, then this pile of jack-o'-lanterns is small camp gear, and also this big old candle stand with blue flowers all over it and petals constantly leaking off. It's very pretty looking, honestly. During the festival duration as well, you will have different login rewards. I mentioned earlier that this will include a meal voucher. It will also include one Dreamspell ticket, which is what you use to make the Dreamspell armor and the Palico set 2, which is this lovely little puppet boy set, and the actual physics on this thing are just unnecessary. The effort put into the festival just as a whole is just sort of next level. The other place to get these tickets from mostly is the limited bounties. Again, these refresh daily during the festival, and multiple bounties give tickets, so between login bonus and some daily bounties, you will very quickly have most of the new armor set. Or if you actually wear the pieces that you can currently craft, the set bonus gives you a chance to roll one of the tickets itself as a bonus reward at the end of a hunt. As well as the armor itself, visually this is an absolutely incredible armor set that will have some of its pieces used in fashion sets for probably the entire rest of the lifetime of Monster Hunter Wilds, even its expansion as well. Both the male version, which is like a living flame demon in a masquerade outfit, is just awesome, and the female one with like a Victorian era dress lined with pointy metal bars to just make sure that you are permanently locked in. And this also comes with a big flowing mane of a hairstyle that is unique to the helmet on it too. As far as the actual skills on this then, this set as a whole is 5 flare, 5 wide range, 3 ambush, 2 sleep resistance, the group skill carving master, and the set bonus Dreamspell boon. None of the actual individual armor pieces are really that worth talking about in how their skills or decoration slots are laid out. There is purely just better armor for every slot, unless you are talking about for the specific purposes of the set bonus. The set bonus is theoretically the same as the last 2 festival sets, bonus rewards at the end of a quest while wearing it, and then the 4 set also adds a melee attack and defense bonus too. But I will double check that the numbers are the same before we talk about it in detail in a video where we'll be going about all the equipment from the update in another video later today. Moving out of the hub then, we've got new event quests that are worth talking about too. There is Be Cursed, Ye Shadowy Flame, for our newest Arch-Tempered monster, which is 9-star Arch-Tempered New Udra. Quite thematically fitting for the spooky festival, and quite nice how that all worked out, isn't it? I mean, I wonder if there might be possibly something that's appropriately cold and wintry feeling for the inevitable winter festival. I couldn't possibly guess what monster they might choose for that. That said, this one is incredible, the most different feeling of any of the Arch-Tempered monsters in my opinion, and quite possibly the best Arch-Tempered monster that they've ever done in a Monster Hunter game. And it also does answer a question we've been asking for a bit, which is the fact that it is in fact a 9-star tempered quest. It requires HR 100 to partake in it, unlike the other Arch-Tempered monsters so far, which were 8-star quests and only required HR 50. So a bit of a weird gap between the Arch-Tempered monsters now with this new one, but it does make sense. It is what they sort of had to do. The rewards for Arch-Tempered New Udra mostly then are the new Udra Gamma tickets, which can unlock all the new equipment related to this quest. Specifically, that includes the new Udra Gamma armor set, which is genuinely fantastic visually. It is super dyeable, very bright, very colorful, fantastic improvement over the base version as far as the aesthetics. But the big thing about this one is the skills and the set bonus and the group bonus, because this is an Arch-Tempered armor set. The skills in total are 5 resentment, 5 burst, 3 counterstrike, 3 speed eating, and 1 ambush, which is a pretty solid set of skills in itself. The chest piece specifically is going to see a ton of use in meta sets, 2 counterstrike and 2 3-slot decorations. It's going to likely end up being slotted into the majority of the meta sets in the game in one way or another, because that is a lot of value if you are someone who wants counterstrike anyways, and a lot of the weapons do. As well, this weapon has the standard new Udra set bonus. It works the same as the base version of the monster, and it also has the Lord Soul group bonus, which importantly means that you can mix and match it with the other Arch-Tempered monster armor, and as long as you have 3 total pieces between the different sets, you will still activate that very powerful group bonus. So just more options for what was already the top choice of builds. The tickets can also be used for the new Udra Gamma Palico armor, which is just shiny, bright, dyeable octopus. It's a very good option to have. I love the octopus Palico armor. And then they also can unlock a couple of talisman upgrades too, specifically rank 3 for the resentment charm for 3 ranks of resentment, and rank 3 of the ambush charm for the full 3 ranks of the ambush skill. Aside from that, we've also got some other new event quests of note. Specifically, Hirabami Harvest wants you to hunt 3 Hirabami, and this is how you get the tickets for the Harvest armor, which is returning from previous games, as well as the Feline Ghost Palico armor set. As far as the Hunter armor itself, here are the skills on it. It's really nothing to write home about by any means. It doesn't even have a set bonus. This is honestly pretty much just here so that you can craft it to have as layered armor, more than for any other reason. As well, there's the quest That Won't Faze Me to fight an 8-star tempered gypseros, which will give you the required tickets to craft multiple fantastic things. First is the Geladron helmet and chest piece, which are quite possibly my new favorite hunter cosmetics in the entire game. If you have just the headpiece on, it is a floppy, lifelike Geladron head that replaces your own. If you have just the chest piece on, it's like a Geladron is latched onto your back using you, it's like a backpack. He flops around as you're moving as well, he just hangs onto your back and he's beautiful. If you have both the head and the chest on, it will give you the Geladron backpack, but it will connect to the helmet as if the Geladron has like taken your head off, it has dismembered you, and then taken over your body and is controlling you as like a mech through your neck stump, and every part of that is incredible. It is perfection. This quest also unlocks a couple of new options for glasses to select for Alma to wear, as well as opening up those same pairs of glasses as craftable options for the hunter too if you want them on yourself. These are the aviator glasses, which is one of my personal favorite real life styles of glasses, and then the cat glasses, which I didn't think of as being a typical glasses style until this moment, but hey, I'm happy to see them in the game. I mean, why not? One more thing to mention is paid DLC. They add new microtransactions every time they do an update or a festival like this related to the theme. You can like that or dislike that, it's totally up to you, that's your opinion and you have a right to have it, but I'm just here to tell you what the new stuff is, which is 2 new gestures, Hocus Palicosis, and then also the new flying broomstick gesture. Both of these are pretty funny and very involved. Like Hocus Palicosis is like a 1 minute long animation pretty much if you just let it play out the whole way. A lot of stuff happens, it's pretty cool, and the flying broomstick gesture is like a sort of vehicle almost, like it just permanently propels you forward and you just control the actual directions. Aside from that, there are 6 variations of this pendant here, a little ghost palico flying around behind your weapon. It comes in white, orange, violet, blue, green, and red. And then the last thing is a new sticker set based around the pillow pods, and I didn't think that these little tiny guys could show emotion to this level of depth, so these are great. Then the last thing to remind you of is during the festival, we have Fabius active as a possible support hunter. This isn't generally like the biggest deal in the world, but of course we have Omega in the game, which we didn't during the last festival, and for Omega specifically, we all know how great Alessa is as a lance-wielding support hunter, but Fabius is also a lance-wielding support hunter, and he's pretty solid in his own right, and you can have both of them in use at the same time. That just about does it for today then, everyone. Your guided tour of everything worth knowing about, experiencing, and doing that was added to the game with the Dreamspell Festival, currently running for the next couple of weeks. I hope you've all enjoyed this, and let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments down below. Like if you liked the video, subscribe to the notification bell for more, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay sweet. Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.